너희들은
You are
참 부모의
direct lineage, direct children of true parents. I will love the first gen, second gen, third gen, fourth gen.
영원히 사랑한다.
I will love you all forever.
안녕하십니까?
Hello, everyone.
제 1500
In this 1518 Cheonshim Won special visual devotion, everyone who are participating, I welcome you and congratulate you. Today, in more than 20,000 places all over the world connected, and more than 40,000 people are offering devotion with one heart and one spirit, praying and offering devotion. At this time, in front of the detention center, they're offering devotion as well. Song In-young, great church pastor, sent me this message. Holy Mother, our true Mother, it marks the 171st day of her path of difficulty. Truly hope for her swift return.
가평, 일산, 남양주, 영등포, 안양, 성남, 야목, 화성, 양천, 부평, 남부천, 금촌, 안산, 그리고 원로 목회자 기도팀.
All of this, all of these churches and the Tongil Buddha team as well. More than 110 people are gathered. And currently, the situation we're facing, it's really shaking our faith and the community. It's a big difficulty. However, when we look at the history, we could see new path opening during difficult times. At this time, we should be, I truly believe this will be the period that we will even firmly establish our faith. Within us, we should have even more faith and more love within us. At this time, in this 1580 Cheonshim Won special visual devotion, let us truly inherit the love and sacrifice True Mother has shown us, and we will offer a devotion regarding that as well. Let us offer them a big round of applause. Today, long-term trainees are more 468 of them are participating in person in the main branch and in the Cheonwon Special District. 170 plus people, 173 people are offering devotion in person, and also all of our leaders who are continuously offering devotion in Cheonshim Won Special Night Vigil. Also in Sunmun University Church, 60 people. I think most of them offered participated in the first half, but not able to do so in the second half. Cheonwon Church, Changwon, in that order. Heavenly Korean Church is offering devotion and gathering their devotion, and Heavenly Japan, they are offering devotion in their families, and also they're gathering in small numbers, offering devotion. And YouTube, in the Japanese YouTube, more than 17,000 places are connected, and they're offering devotion for that cause. With that, today, Secretary General Bang Sang-il and some churches in Japan, in March 4th, before March 4th, there were only 10 people offering devotion in Dutch. But last Monday, they were offering devotion in several different places. 83 people and 94 people were participating. I got that report from him, and I saw that report. It's not. People are even offering even more devotion, and if we see more people giving the devotion, we will be able to see heavenwards. In some churches, they are commemorating their 555th devotion, and they are offering devotion with a heart of unresting, and
적어도 1095일
personally, you should be able to be victorious more than 1,095 Cheonshim Won devotion, inheriting the 3-year course the True Mother offered after 3-year devotion that True Mother offered to True Father.
세월이 가도
Even time,
수련생들의 노래를 했는데
the Japanese workshop trainees sang the song even when time passed. All of the path that true parents showed us was the love for us. That was such a wonderful and beautiful praise towards our true parents, and we were able to see during the graduation ceremony of the Youngsong and Moshim 4-day workshop. You have seen the activity video, right? And for among those trainees, among the 52 spiritual trainees, 19 of them pledged to walk the life of a public mission. Youngsang Academy UPA 5 people, and some people will go to the mission, some will do voluntary work. So from among 52, the 19 of them have resolved themselves to do some kind of public work, and for among the 10 Moshim Suran Moshim workshop, 12 of them about 50% of the participants had resolved themselves to go on some type of public mission, and we are truly able to see Heavenly Parent and True Parents' true love, and it was such a precious period. Heaven's providence, it will never decline. True Parents' words, and it's that the providence will never retreat. It will even go, even if it's just one step. During the Old Testament, we didn't retreat the providence. It's for the coming of the Messiah. They went one step and two steps forward. Even the nation collapsed and they were enslaved. However, the providence didn't go back to the older than the Old Testament. They went forward for the New Testament, for the coming of the Messiah. So for us, even amidst our difficulties, we are not retreating in the providence, but we are going forth, and we should be able to feel that the kingdom of heaven on earth is near, and with that heart, we should have that mindset and offer our devotion. Today, we read True Parents' words. It was from Chambumogyong, page 792. That was the words of True Father before True Father went into the Danbury course. I believe the path I am walking is a path of hope. Therefore, I intend to walk the path of the cross as a path of hope and joy. What's such a profound words in front of the course of the cross. Can you go this path of the cross? Do you have the confidence this path with true love and hope? Do you have that in you? But if you have that kind of heart, you'll be able to resonate with True Father, and He'll be the subject partner of your heart and be able to work through you. I intend to walk the path of the cross as a path of hope and joy. That was the mindset of True Father. On this day, as I depart on such a magnificent path, I do not want you to send Father off with tears. If you must shed tears, shed them 10 or 100 times more than me for the sake of this nation and this world. If your heart is pain and sad, you must become workers of unification who can turn 1,000 people into one and 10,000 people into one by the time I return. Even though we have pain in our heart and it's so difficult, also we are currently so difficult regarding the Heavenly Japan Family Federation. But however, if we go with the heart that when we become the workers that who can turn 1,000 people into one and 10,000 people into one, if we are able to do so, the heaven's providence will never retreat. And with that hope, we should the path of the hope will be open through our determination. Today, Son Hyo-gun has shared such a amazing, profound testimony. A lot of our second generations who go through the military, they are so difficult. He felt so lonely during after he was discharged from the military. So he thought to himself. He decided to go to a 4 days workshop. During the first day, during this 찬양, even just saying true parents, he couldn't help but cry. He had such incredible experience. Some people who come to the training center, some people couldn't even change after 20 days. They would say, "Why is it so difficult? How much should I shout so that I could experience the heart?" Some people, someone actually gave her testimony that even during her 24-hour devotion, she was not able to shed a tear. But this training on the first day during the 찬양, he was so surprised that he was able to cry during 찬양. It was such a profound work of Heavenly Parents' grace. I think there is someone who is offering devotion on behalf of him, and I think I also believe that the fruit of the Cheonshim Won devotion came into fruition. It was such a profound first day. His goal for the workshop was to be enabled to be inherited and resonate with true mother's heart. That was his determination that after the 4-day workshop, I will be a child who will able to resonate with true mother's heart. And through his devotion, he was able to see with the perspective of him and true parents. And when he was able to do so, every day he couldn't but help but to cry. That was his reflection, and he had received so much grace. And he truly wants to become a historic teacher, and he wants to teach the Korean people, the students, about the great epic of chosen Han people. And if we are able to do so, if we go forth with that Heavenly Parents' heart and offer devotion with that mindset, I truly believe that he'll become a historical figure. It's not easy to understand Heavenly Parents' 심정 or heart. After the fall of human, before the coming of the Messiah, there was no one who was able to communicate and know Heavenly Parents' heart. It was only Jesus, but he went to the path of the cross. After Jesus, those who believed, his disciples, the disciples understood Heavenly Parents' heart and Jesus's, and there were no disciples who understood truly like Jesus. However, true parents came into manifest finally, and during true parents were able to share the circumstance of heavens. And true parents offered a prayer offering comfort to Heavenly Parent. That was their prayer. 아주.
그리고
Also,
협조해주고 역사해 주시는 선한 조상들을 위한
it was a prayer.
많이 하셨습니다.
They also prayed a lot for those spirits, those ancestors who are supporting. But for us, we don't truly feel in our daily lives. We were not able to.
입술로는 하지만은
We say in our words and we say with our lips. Sometimes we are not able to resonate. However, our second generation, they are truly understanding Heavenly Parent's heart and resonating. And it is such a magnificent and such a profound thing that our second generation are able to do so. And looking at the second generation, we should be able to enter in that position, and we should do our utter best so that we could enter into that position. So, and there is this words in
남아지는 이념의 한 곳을 향하여 움직여 나가게 하는 것은
it is 심정 that moves us toward the final remaining point of ideology. 심정 is what ultimately determines my entire being. What is that 심정? It is Heavenly Parent's heart. It's true parent's heart. It's not my own self-centered 심정. It's not that. It's not my self-centered heart. 아주. When we look at the things in the internet, they would complain about their self-centered things. Sometimes there are people who will even hurt true parents' hearts. It's not that kind of heart, but this 심정 is Heavenly Parent's heart. Only a person who holds onto this 심정 and searches with great care can hear the words that are this means that they are able to listen to heaven's voice, see the visions that are shown. During among our Youngsang Spiritual Academy, they are able to do so and analyze every reality of life. If there are young men and women who, while feeling their giving responsibilities and suppressing their anxious hearts and uneasy minds, seek a new ideology and move, and if there is a movement of heart where their crying voices are heard, then through their heart you'll be able to feel everything historical and everything felt over a long time all at once. We could see them through our spiritual trainees, emotion trainees, and spiritual academy trainees. Only the person who experienced a moment of shouting unconsciously, this was the subject of the ideology heaven was seeking. This was the true image the world sought, the image that could be stood before heaven and earth with pride. Only such a person is the master. Is the master of history, the master of providence, and the master of the heavenly law. This was the words on 1959. Our spiritual academies, when we listen to their reports, we should renew ourselves. This is the ideology that heaven was looking for. This is the ideology and appearance that the world was seeking for. This is the appearance that they were seeking for. You should be able to find yourself without knowing and shout out that how profound these things are. If you are able to do so, you will become the victors. If you are able to do so, you will be able to boast yourself. At that moment, you'll be able to become the entire cosmos, and Heavenly Parent will become your own Heavenly Parent. That was such profound words by true parents. So that is the reason why we are direct children of Heavenly Parent and true parents. We should be upon the position. It's because of the connection of the Shimjang we have with them. And we should use this time to be able to connect. Today, Kim Gon-woo, the spiritual workshop trainee, has given his testimony. After graduating theology school, because of his depression for 6 years, he also had panic attacks. Then he went into the general for the worship. He was able to overcome his depression. However, he was not able to root his faith. But so coming to the 19th spiritual workshop, the hardest part with him was like, even how much he shouted, he was not able to be enter in the position where he could resonate with true mother's heart. But one of the trainees saw a vision of true mother returning to the palace, and he realized that he truly wanted to true mother to return to the palace as well. And he was able to realize that he's the son that was able to truly think about true mother's swift return, and he was able to give such a profound prayer. During his chanya, he experienced some panic attacks as well. However, in that situation, he gave a prayer, "Mother, I am okay. Mother, if you are able to come back to the palace, even if my depression and my panic attacks will not get better, it's okay for me if you are able to come back." That is him becoming entering in the center of true mother's heart. He was able to give such a profound prayer, Aju. He was not able to become absolutely one with true mother's Shimjang, the position where he will be able to attend Holy Mother Han, and I am inside true mother and true mother is within me. If we enter in that position, and that is the place where Satan could not accuse. This is the position where Satan cannot accuse Aju. So there's panic attacks. That evil spirit world that was causing the panic attacks was instantly removed. So in our life of faith, in the secular world, when they are practice their life, they say empty yourself, empty yourself, empty yourself. However, for us, the more important thing for us as people of faith is to practice a faith of attendance, practice a faith of longing. It's truly longing Heavenly Parent and be entering in the heart of Heavenly Parent, and Heavenly Parent is entering in our heart. If we are able to achieve and be able to enter in that position, everything that is causing difficulties in our lives will be cleansed instantly. So he was able to receive such miraculous healing for his panic attacks. I think Kim Gon-woo training his spirit has truly entered true parents' heart, and if he able to attend true parents during his entire life, he will be able to renewed. And I truly believe heaven's grace blessing is waiting for him. Aju. I already used my 30 minutes. It already passed 30 minutes. I think I will end. But the more important thing is that when you enter into true parents' heart, you will be able to see miraculous works of heaven. Those things that was so difficult to manage. But when we enter in and connect to the 심정 of true parents, we are able to see miraculous things happen and fold upon right before our eyes. Even if our church will be dissolved and we need to stick to our house offering devotion, but in every circumstance, the place we're attending true parents is the place of heaven, and we are able to realize that we will be able to see great revival and great resurrection. I truly hope that this night will be that kind of blessing.